some guy named Dave Castro has just said I'm nothing but a guitar amp fluffer. And I would be inclined to agree. How you going, legends? Video working? Audio working? I don't know. Sounds right. What's going on? Got a bit of Caius in the background. Luke's here helping out. He's building some boards. He's bored of boards. Looks good, sounds good, excellent. G'day Richard, g'day Colby Jack, g'day Andy, Brett, Max, Dave. What's going on? Middle of the day stream, a bit weird for me. Normally I do them first thing. Chris, how you going, mate? Hello from UK. What do we have here? Ah, it's just the DeVille. This is all the ones you don't usually see because I just burn through them. There's always a DeVille or a Deluxe, Hot Rod Deluxe or something floating around in the job queue. Just replacing the input jacks, which suck on these things. Just putting some switchcrafts on there, but to do that we'll have to lift the ground on the chassis where it normally is, or we'll have a big ground loop. See how it reacts being grounded up near the input jacks. From memory it's fine on this model. But if it's an issue, we'll isolate the jacks with washers, fiber washers, and put the ground back where it was. But I think it's fine on this one. I think it's fine, champions. Oh, this album is a trip down memory lane, I tell you what. Listening to Welcome to Sky Valley. Coming out of hibernation near up in Anchorage, Alaska. Picked up some sweet Ampeg gear on Marketplace over winter. Nice. Fun bass guy stuff. What, like flip tops or something, Max? Greetings from fabulous Las Vegas. BC Electronic, how you going, mate? Kaboom. Scruffy, what's going on, mate? Don't cut the red wire. Isn't that the first one you cut? I never understood why in movies with, like, you know, how they dismantle a bomb, why don't they just pull the detonator out of the thing, you know, like, I don't know. It was always, in the 80s movies, it was always a plastic explosive, wasn't it? They love plastic explosive in 80s movies. They could just pull the detonator out of the plastic and it doesn't matter if it goes off. I don't know. What do I know? Actually got some time to get in front of the screen for a live chat. Well, there you go, mate. Welcome. Haven't felt like doing much live stream stuff recently. You know, just too busy, flat out, and pretty stressed, to be honest. It is what it is. Enjoying my Seritone train wreck up. Oh, was that your one, Brett? Nice. That Lyle did. Yeah, train wrecks. They're sort of they're twitchy little things. I don't know why he called it a train wreck. I'm sure you guys know the story, but I don't. Had a good chat with Stuart Gebby last night from the UK. He's another manufacturer of the Marshall boards. Good bloke. Scotsman. It's good having friends internationally instead of all treating each other like friggin' threats. So the front panel of this thing's severely rusted. Had to do a bit of the WD-40 treatment, but I don't think it's going to do much. Once it's this bad, it sort of keeps going. $12A-Y7575112AX7 is the secret source. Oh, okay, so that's the valve progression throughout the train wreck. About to build my first amp mod soon, replacing an input coupling cap. Do my first amp mod. Input coupling cap should be relatively easy. What are you replacing it for, though? Got the triplet. Ah, here we go. Such Modi. Seth talking about his test gear. Every stream. Let's pop that container back up there, mate. Sorry. How we going with these? That's looking a lot better than the last batch. Have to settle a few of them back in. When we're soldering them, they're kind of, they get hot real quick. So might have to just solder them first, and then we might just have to quickly heat them up and push them, just make sure they're down all the way. But yeah, they're looking a lot lower, a lot tighter than last time. That's good. It's all about getting that kink in the lead as close as possible to the body. There's a few there where the bend's gone a bit crooked. Just remember to straighten them up before inserting them. Just easier to do it before putting them in the board. It has. Looks like you haven't got any backwards. You're doing better than Michelle. 10 nanofarad, tighten up the base. Okay. Yeah, we'll just change in one cap. Should be pretty run of the mill, mate. Just try not to heat the body of the cap up too much. Max Powers, how you going, mate? We're back at the bench. No more holiday fun. The fan working? All right. Just making sure the sockets are properly seated, because the solder pads actually have a fighting chance if the body of the component is hard against the board. But if it's not seated properly and you solder it, any downward pressure on that pad just comes straight off. Cool, there you go, mate. Had an old late 1940s, early 1950s Kiesel. Kiesel? Am I getting them mixed up with something else? Diesel? Yeah, Kiesel. I thought that was a relatively modern brand. I didn't know it was a vintage thing. Blues Junior? Nah, it's a Fender DeVille. Blues DeVille. He's got some speakers in this that aren't exactly my best choice. JBL something or others. Sounds very boxy. He plays country though, so not so much a boxy, but as long as the mid-range is strong and present, it's probably going to be fine. We'll suggest maybe if he does want to get some speakers, try out some other speaker options. He's probably going to be inclined to change them out, because they're very, very middly, almost like they're PA speakers that are being used in a guitar amp. I'm going to the High Water Festival in Charleston. Is that South Carolina this weekend? Nice. Is that where you live, Richard? South Carolina. With a name like Nagamitsu, I thought you were in Japan. It's a bit silly assuming someone's location from their last name, though, I guess. Eating split pea ham and ham soup for dinner. Weather sucks. Oh, you guys had another cold snap, didn't you? One of my Canadian mates sent me videos of another snowfall, even though it's supposed to be warming up. See, Daniel Shaw's already been out there chasing tornadoes, so the storm season started. South Carolina. Yeah. Such a strange pairing, pea and ham. Someone just decided pea and ham's the soup to go for at some point. You ever had pea and ham soup? You like it? Yeah, it's good. We've started getting some cooler mornings now, but the days are still pretty warm. Alright, solder touched up. I might just do those rectos down there. A little bit light on for the factory wave soldering. Ads pop up in the chat. My God, really? I've got YouTube Premium, so I don't see any ads. But I don't doubt as capitalism dies its last dying breath, so they're going to try and milk anything they can for infinite growth. Man, everyone's on the split pea and ham soup. What is it? Split pea and ham soup week. Smoke the ham on the Traeger. Nice. I've got one of those Traeger rip-offs, but I've been too lazy to figure it out. It's Pit Boss. It's one of those cheap ones. My uncle bought it and got bored of it, so he gave it to me. But I don't know. I just use vertical smoker, a water smoker, bullet type smoker, you know. I did a brisket. I did a brisket on the weekend, actually. It was 8 to 9 Marvel score. Means you pretty much can't mess it up. Just need a bigger tip on there. Good time for some new tips, actually. Oh, I've got a Klingon. Solder keeps forming a little plug in the tip. Probably need to crank the temp up a little. Oh, we got a split pea and ham soup hater. How long does it make the brisket for? It's about 12 hours, this one. 12 hours? Yeah, it's about that. I think it was pretty bang on 12 hours. And it came out like a big gelatin lump of awesomeness. Need to soak these tips in isopropyl overnight. All the flux is burning in the tip. BB, mate, what's going on, mate? What's your approach to working on a PB Classic 30? Well, the first step's to try and avoid it. I couldn't even measure voltages without tracking things back. I get the approach to design from a manufacturing standpoint. I don't know, you probably have a look on my Facebook page. I've got a photo on there of me working on one where I've literally laid the whole thing out flat. And I'm working on it flat on the board, on the bench, sorry. And taking measurements thusly. But yeah, it wasn't easy. Pretty annoying. Speaking of the temps, do you go lower for guitar electronics in pickup swaps? No, not really. You just be quick. I crank up the temperature a bit if I'm dealing with high mass stuff or large traces on PCBs, that kind of thing. But generally it sits at about, I don't know what the actual temperature is, but on both my irons here it's about 330-ish, 320-ish. Feels about right for general purpose. I might crank it up to 350-ish if I'm doing large mass components, you know, big power diodes or bridge rectos or anything attached to a large trace or ground plane. Pots, the back of pots, that kind of thing. Need to get a calibrator probably. Matt Johnson, how you going, bro? Bro? I went to say brother and bro at the same time. It's going to take me a while to get back into the video frame of mind, Legends, after being off it for a bit. I feel like a friggin' clown walking around stilts at the moment. See the albums on the annoying 90s secret track thing. In the 90s, Luke, every band thought they were smart. Yeah, you know the secret track thing? It's friggin' annoying when you're listening to an album, eh? You gotta skip it. It's pretty funny back in the day, but... skippity-doo-dah. Oh, classic. This was their classic song, this song here, Luke. Called Thumb, released in 1992. You weren't even a pickup line then, were you? Nothing. Hope you're doing well today too, Matt. Random talking later, and it's like who? What? Yeah. Hidden tracks, so it's just weird noises like that particular hidden track on that album was very annoying. It was, you know, anything about was it in The Circus Comes to Town or Sky Valley? I can't remember which now. Reflow these solder joints here. And then we'll get some new caps in there because one of them had busted its guts. Let's get my camera kung fu back, eh? I need to get passionate about this stuff again because it's not, feel a bit fishy out of water at the moment. Shouldn't leave it so long between videos. Should teach Luke how to edit video, and then he can edit my videos. That'd be good. I wouldn't have to worry about it then. Can't give him so much work that he doesn't want to go to school. Did you say you got 100% in your maths exam the other day? 100%er maths exam. Are you into, like, where are you up to with maths? Is it like algebra and stuff, or
yeah,
just getting started?
the math test was on like taxes.
Taxes, nice. Oh, help me out. You reckon you'll do an extension maths when you get to senior high?
Maybe.
Do what do they call it? 3 unit maths? What is the high grade maths called now? It used to be just called 3 unit maths. I don't know. Worry about that when we come to it, eh? Opinion on V-shade caps? Yeah, they're great. They're fantastic. They're one of the best, but they're freaking expensive. The Sprague ones, the Sprague ones, waste of money. They're just a small cap inside a big cap. But yeah, the V-shade, particularly for the low voltage axials, they're fantastic. I don't see V-shade radials much. I've seen them once or twice, but there's not many out there. I tend to go with one of the cons for the radials. Nichicon, Nippon Chemicon, Gemicon. They're all good. What was the problem when that amp came in? Had some noise and like hum, and he just knew about all the stuff with it. Wanted to preemptively do all the work to make it reliable because it's his main gigging amp. So he was willing to put in the extra up front just to make sure she doesn't fail or deteriorate while they're on tour. Did you happen to document your Vibrolux reverb reissue rehab? Vibrolux that's a lot of R's for public consumption anywhere. No, I didn't, because I just wanted it off my bench and then never take one again. I wanted to not think about it ever again. I get so many people defending that amp. It's like, okay, well, all the problems with it were from the design. I don't know what to tell you. I changed the design and it fixed the problems. I watch Fire to Fork and he sends his vids to a guy in USA. I believe he does the editing, sends back final details prior to uploading. Have you thought of doing that? I have, but you got to pay people to do that. And if the person's not technical, they don't know what is worth keeping and what's not. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be making some point that I want to be important, and when I'm editing, I know I'll leave that in, but you got to express every tiny little individual thing, which means you've got to basically go through, watch the whole thing, take notes, and then tell them what to put in and what to take out, in which case you may as well have done it yourself. Just like doing the bookwork around here. If I get a accountant to do my invoicing and stuff, well, they don't know what any of the shit on the invoice means, so I need to write it so they can write it. So what's the point? You're just wasting time with two people. Yeah, look, I think that particular one might have had some wire layout issues also that made it worse than some of the others BB made. You're going to have the noise and hiss and probably hum as well, but the biggest issue with that was the tremolo, which is what he brought it in for. But I've seen others that don't have that problem, so it could have been maybe a layout change. Pardon me. Has anyone picked up a new For You pedal recently? Has anyone picked up a new For You pedal recently that you dig? Yeah, I like the, is it the Keeley Fat Mod overdrive? Keeley, I think it's Keeley. Super Fat Mod. I think that's a really good overdrive. It's reasonably priced. It's not cheap, but 150 US. Yeah, I like it for the lower to medium gain, then for the high gain stuff into a deluxe reverb. I like the just the BEOD from Friedman, or the dual one if you can get it. Other than that, like the Phase 90, it's a cool phaser. I don't really use any compression. 10 band EQs can turn boxy sounding amps like these into really nice sounding things, but I don't know, I'm a bit out of touch with pedals. I've really there's just too many out there. The market's absolutely flooded. And they know it. That's why they keep redressing the same thing over and over again. Different artwork, same pedal. Collect them all, you know. Pedals start to become like a Pokemon thing, where you've just got to have all of them. What's this amp? It's a Fender Hot Rod. No, Fender Blues DeVille. I've got two of them in at the moment. Well, one Hot Rod DeVille, one Blues DeVille. Blues DeVille's in worse state than this one, but this one's got a few dodgy things done to it by a previous tech, which we'll clean up. And it was in for just an overhaul. Replace the input jacks with something a bit more sturdy. Six, how you going, my brother? Large synth repair day for me today. Currently reassembling an old Yamaha Motif 8. Then it's onto a Yamaha P115 and some other random stuff. Nice. Did the parts situation clear up with Yamaha yet, or are they permanently fucked now? Strymon Flint. I've heard good things about Strymon Flint. There was one on the pedal board for Counting Crows. I did the last week. Pizza time, nice. You make it yourself? Thanks, BV, mate. That means a lot, mate. Hearing that makes me want to make more videos, so thank you. Pokemon pedal battles. Phaser Chew, I choose you. Yeah, it's exactly 2 years ago since I was in Japan. Well, since you're in Japan too, Six. We met up over there in Hamamatsu. What was the name of that old school izakaya we went to with all the 50s shit on the wall? Because I think they're trying to recreate one of them in Sydney, man. If they do it, we'll have to go out and check that out. It was like after the war, they had all post-American culture shit out there, and it became part of those izakayas. You know what an izakaya is? Sorry? Do you know what an izakaya is? No. It's like a casual small bar in Japan and restaurant. Izakaya chain is Hanbai. Hanbai? To check that out. So, Sydney old school izakaya. Izakaya Mito? Izakaya... No. Yamichi? I'm gonna have to look it up because oh, is there one in the rocks? Huh. The problem with Sydney is there's no little nooks and crannies that you can squeeze in a tiny little bar in. Everything's like largish in terms of real estate. Your father didn't live long enough to get there. Can you, I don't mean to be too personal, but where'd your name come from, Richard? Is that your mother's side? I saw that. The founder of FGN just passed. Yes, they are great guitars. Yeah, it's very sad. He's like 96 or something though, so it's not like, yeah. He had a good run. Parts all around is a bit frustrating, at least for me. It took over 4 months to get a reply from Taylor about a preamp. Also had 5-6 months between communication between Yamaha recently. Isn't that fun, TK? I had a guy email me really upset that I haven't finished his amp. He said, it's been 2 months now. It's been 2 months. This is ridiculous. I said, dude, 2 months. For starters, it's an obsolete, it's an acoustic 350. I just had to explain to him 2 months for a vintage repair with obsolete components where you've got to either source new old stock from somewhere internationally or you've got to re-engineer a solution using modern parts. 2 months is nothing. So I don't know if that's going to be how it is from now on, when people just expect stuff within 2 weeks, when it's like expecting a hot rod restoration within a year. It's like, no, it takes longer. I'll just have to decline those vintage jobs from now on, and they'll just have to go in the bin because no one else will look at them. But yeah, even current, I tried to explain to him, even current production stuff takes months to get here at the moment because they're waiting on the next shipment to come over. No one holds stock anymore. It's all just in time bullshit. So, has anyone got any questions for Luke? You want a mic? Here, I'll give you a mic. Just clip that on your shirt.
Yeah.
Clip that on your Pink Floyd shirt. He's wearing a Pink Floyd shirt. Legends. Come and show everyone. Come on. Got the dark side of the moon because he's a legend. So if anyone's got any questions for Luke, I'll yell them out to him while he works. I won't touch anything if anyone wants crazy time frames. Done when it's done. Sometimes that'll be 6 months plus. I'm trying to... What's an old Behringer pedal cost? Nothing, because you throw them in the bin. What was I saying? I'm trying to not have too much stuff on hand, though. I don't want shit in the storage room for 6 months. I don't want it in there for 3 months. I want to just have stuff I can turn around, clean, cut. You know, it's really stressful when you've got these long-running jobs that are just hanging around your neck like a fucking albatross. Josh, here you go, mate. I don't understand it's a rare and prestigious last name. Well, that's cool. My father's side of the family, I'm the final male Nagamitsu in my direct bloodline. Well, there you go. And he never made it to Japan? So he was born in the US as well? Huh. Curious. Interesting. Luke, what's the coolest thing you've learned so far? Nothing. Boring. What did you enjoy doing the most? Guitar setups?
Yeah, guitar setups.
And now he's making boards. We'll get you back on them. A few there waiting for you.
I like doing the school repairs.
The school repairs because you can smash them out, eh?
Yeah.
Big batch. I have to get in touch with them because they had some water bring to us and I haven't heard anything back since Easter. Well, I might touch base with them later in the week and we'll see if we can get another batch, eh?
Yeah. And I think my school wants to do it too.
Okay. Well, you know, you're my salesman over there, so
Yeah.
come on. It is satisfying when they've been just abused and you bring them back from the dead, eh?
Yeah.
And they're just like really bad condition. And then when you fix them up, they're all shiny and like new.
Yeah.
When did you want to hang around till today?
5.
5? Yes, sweet. I was thinking about maybe doing that box amp for you. Are you around Saturday or?
No, I'm busy Saturday.
All right. Well, next Saturday you're free. After we finish, we might like after 2, we'll shut the shop and then maybe restore that box amp for you.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Get it out of my way. Picked up a Vox AC15 for like $200 locally. It's not working, but valves and a bit of road hardening. And you'll be able to lug that one around. It's not the live stand going around though, so clearing my silicon tube and had a little accident. It happens. What was I saying? Oh yeah, you'll grow some muscles lugging that thing around. It's friggin' heavy for 15 watt amp. Get rid of your spaghetti arms, mate. Like I can talk. Do schools provide breakfast or lunch meals there? I don't think so. Do they? Is yours?
There's a breakfast club thing,
Breakfast club. Right.
and there's canteens, but there's no free.
I just used to survive on Chico rolls back in the day. When I started going to high school, and Mum and Dad sort of expected me to fend for myself, I'd often I'd get home and I'd eat like 2-minute noodles, but dry. you get the seasoning, you crack it open, get the seasoning, and just crush the bag with the noodles and shake the seasoning around. The best was those fried noodles though, not the dried ones. Alright, pay attention, Brad. This is where I'll put a cap in backwards. You still have the like hot food and stuff at the canteen, or they try to make it healthy now?
I don't know, there's like meat pies and stuff.
Meat pies, yeah.
Hot dogs, nachos.
The sausage rolls are the best. On a cold winter's day when your face is frozen on the oval, you grab a sausage roll and you put it in a sausage roll with tomato sauce. Or the chicken and corn rolls, do they have them? It's like a big long oval shape. It's like a big nugget, but it's got corn in it.
Oh, they've got a big nugget roll thing.
That's probably what it is.
But it doesn't have corn.
Name.
It's just sweet chili chicken roll.
Yeah, right. Because you get one of them and put it in a bread roll with some tomato sauce. Not fit for human consumption, but teenagers aren't human, so works out alright. I have some old Ecoplex tape echoes and a Roland Space Echo. I also traded some stuff for a Roland rack mount digital delay back in the 1980s. I used Roland digital delays over the tape echoes. Yeah, Roland digital delays are good, and the Yamaha ones are good. The SPX-9 is a reverb. But yeah, I think I know the ones you're talking about, the rack ones from the 80s, eh? No, I didn't put the balance resistors in them now before I get too crowded, because they were all open circuit. One thing to check on these amps is the series caps. In this particular one, you got 2 stacks. Those 2 are in series, those 2 are in series. So the plate and the screen node are both in series. But the balancing resistors across them always go open circuit or drift massively high. In this, there was one replaced, which was out of tolerance. 3 originals, 2 of which were completely open circuit, and 1 of which had drifted up to about 280k, sorry. So yeah, you got to check that, because you can blow up one of these 350 volt caps if one of the resistors goes open circuit and the other one ends up dropping all the voltage. It makes me wonder how many times these caps haven't actually failed. It's the resistors failing, making the caps fail. Now you got a massive voltage imbalance across them. They're only rated at 350 volt. Coming out, too much to do, need to focus on it. See you, mate. We got pizza, burgers, sloppy joes. Mostly when I was in school, wasn't the healthiest food. No, that's why you're all fat fucks. Just gonna scroll back. What months are schools in session down there? Well, at the moment is on Easter holidays. So they only get a Christmas holiday. You guys get what? Spring break, is it? They get summer as well. In the US, yeah, you get spring. Oh no, spring breaks for school leavers, isn't it? Like people that have graduated. I don't know. Yeah, he's on Easter holidays at the moment. So what do you get? You get what, 5-6 weeks off over Christmas?
Yeah, like 6
6 weeks off over Christmas. Then you get 2 weeks off for every term, don't you? Yeah. So there you go. There's 4 terms. One of them 6-week break. The other 3 breaks 2 weeks long. That's still the same as when I went. Joe, how you going, legend? What's happening? That's a AMC, and I don't expect to see it for a few months at least. My tech does super fast turn around for touring stuff. That's the problem. I've got touring stuff that needs to be turned around because literally the people are leaving the country. So I have to squeeze that before other stuff, or I have to just not take that stuff. But I've got to take that stuff. Oh, you got chances of tornadoes, Josh. Whereabouts are you? Hey, everyone. Did Brad get Luke hooked on watches? No, I think he was into them before we ever met. You're into watches before we met, weren't you?
Well, I had one.
You had one,
Now I've
but
got 4.
yeah, he's got 4. He's addicted to them now. So I don't know if I told you guys, but Michelle has claimed the Hamilton now, so it's no longer mine. You can just do that when you're married to someone. You can just take something they have. She already stole my heart. Now she's stolen my watch. But I didn't like it. It was too big anyway. Felt too big for my girly little wrist. Right, 220k. Go with the. Ooh. Restock on them. I've got some for the master boards. I think I might have bought extra for the master boards, so they're probably over on the assembly bench. 220k 1 watts. Whereabouts are they? Oh, no. Should be some spares. How about I just use my own rule and look up the sheet, eh? That'd be a smart thing to do. Okay. 64, 72, 73, 75. Oh, yes, there is 5 there and I need 4. You've already used all them, haven't you? That you need?
Mm-hmm.
64, 72, 73, 75. They're the ones that, yeah, these ones. So they do the same job on that board as they do on this board.
Right.
So I have to order more of them. I thought I ordered like 200 of them. I was explaining to Luke about like quantities of scale, like when you're ordering parts, you order 1 part and it's like 50 cents. You order 10 parts and it's like 30 cents. You order like 200 parts and they're like 2 cents. I thought that was pretty crazy. If only that applied for beers and stuff, eh? I'll have 200 beers, please. That'll be 3 cents. Excellent. Well, it almost is like that in Japan. $2 for a beer. Alright, any more Luke questions? I have 2 queues. One that's a cash flow queue, the other a lump sum queue. Then again, I'll have to do a bunch of things and weird gear. Yeah, well, that is massive lump sum gear. It's like retainer gear. Problem is, having the retail store, you're open to the public too. So then you get someone just coming in and they're like asking a million questions about, I don't know, amps or whatever. And you can't just hide from customers, unfortunately. Got a storeroom here, I could probably hide, but then they'll probably just start stealing stuff. Bring back COVID lockdowns, man. Michelle was down here all the time. It was so good. Not lockdowns, but like COVID time. Everyone was still working from home. Why did I just put that resistor? There it is. Are they teaching AI prompting in schools?
What?
Are they teaching AI prompting in schools?
What do you mean prompting?
I take that as a no. Are they teaching you how to use AI?
No.
No, they're not.
No.
That's excellent. They are not teaching kids how to use
One
AI.
time they bring one of those robot dogs to school though.
They brought a robot dog?
Yeah.
Was it one of those good ones or one of those creepy sort of like...
Oh, it was creepy, but it did backflips.
It did backflips. Creepy. That is creepy. Real dogs can't do backflips. Did it sniff your crutch still?
No. This guy came in and talked to us about AI for like 2 hours straight.
2 hours. Did everyone just get bored?
Yeah, it was so boring. But then, the dog was pretty cool.
Okay.
But it wasn't even AI. It was just
Yeah.
controlled by a controller.
They just call everything AI, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, if something's got a microcontroller, it's AI. My washing machine's got AI. My car's got AI because it has a reverse sensor. Biggest bubble in the world, champions. When it bursts, it's going to be ugly. It'll be funny, but it'll be ugly. I just put up a post the other day asking, why the fuck does Sam Altman have eyebrows like a teenage girl from 1998? They're all such weirdos. Freaks. Just be normal, man. Well, I guess you can't be normal when you do what they do. You've got to be a bit of a freak show in order to get the market capture. Carry on with the caps. So what's your latest watch? Which one are you wearing today? That's the Presage, isn't it?
It's not a Presage.
Oh. Give me a look. Under the what do we got? We got Penny Boy trying to focus. Bring it down a bit. Put it where the amp is. There you go. Got a green dial. Kind of hard to see there. Is that the original strap?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Nice leather strap. What model is that?
SUR 449P.
Of course it is.
Yep.
So you know he's been looking at it for months because he knows the number off the top of his head. You showed me that watch months ago, didn't you?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm going to get this one day. I don't like to be the enabler for his watch habit, but, you know, better than many other habits. At least he's not into pedals yet. That's even worse. Be sitting on the street begging, man, you got any tube screamers, man? Put the brother up. Screw pairs are great. You don't have to be so precious about them. Yeah, I like to make them work really good and be nice playing. Though I like to give them just the same amount of attention. But things like dents and chips and stuff, they don't give a shit about. But what do you call it? Non-recurring engineering. My whole queue is full of stuff like that at the moment. Yes, NRE to be avoided at all costs, TK, and it's painful and it's a loss. It's every time you get an NRE job without quoting 10 grand for one job, you're losing money straight away, man. Painful. And people don't care. They don't realise that you're going to extra effort without charging for them. So you're better off just not taking the jobs at all, because they feel like they've been hard done by when they got the invoice, but they don't see all the hours you put into actually making that job happen, you know. I'd like to show my grandson how to set up his guitar. I think he's interested too. You could try, look up my videos, Joe. There's one where I don't swear much, which might be perfect for him. It's called What Even Is a Guitar Setup. And that's about an hour long, but it takes you across. It doesn't necessarily show you exactly how to do it all, but it tells you the concept of a guitar setup and why it's important, basically. So get him across that first, and if his attention span lasts 1 hour to watch that, then he might have a running chance of getting good at it. I intentionally made it an hour long to keep out the people with a short attention span that just want everything fixed right now, you know. Part of the value in long form content is it filters out the chaff. People that just want you to fix their problem for them. Had a few of those emails over the weekend. I'll tell you what, people that clearly don't know anything about electronics that just want to know what part to change in their amp. You know, it's like complex Class D switch mode power supply supplied amps. No mate, I'm not getting involved, sorry. Tell me what part to change, you gatekeeper. Two guitars. Thanks for the $2, brother. That'll buy me a extra shot for my next coffee. All right, more questions for Luke. Hang on. More questions for me. Right, I just scrolled. I've finally found where I was up to. How was the brisket, Brad? It was fantastic, and I froze half of it. I just freeze it after it's cooked, and then we just pull it out and reheat it. Feeds us for bloody weeks. How do I do the brisket? I did a rub. I've got a rub that I've basically used as a guide. There's a book called Smoking Meat, very creatively titled, I know, but it's got just a dry brisket rub in there, mainly salt. The vast majority of it's weight-wise is salt and pepper, and it's got smoked paprika, mustard powder, onion powder, garlic powder. I think I used ancho chili powder this time. That's a bit of an extra flavour. What else has it got? Cumin. I think it's got oregano as well. Oregano. Dried. A bunch of other stuff I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, I make my own rub. I make it in large batches and put it in a mason jar and seal it. You've still got to use it within a certain amount of time because the aromatics dissipate after a while. But good for a couple of months. And cooked it at, well, I was in there for 12 hours. Temperature of about 110, 120. The gauge is a bit iffy on that one. About 110, 115 Celsius. And pulled it at, it was just on 82 degrees. Sat it for an hour in foil. And it was fantastic. Let the juice stay into it. The schools have strong arts programs there. In the US, things like creative arts and home arts have become really cut back.
Yeah, at my school, it's a creative and performing arts school, so there's lots of art, there's lots of music.
There you go.
Drama, dance, circus.
Was it hard to get into it?
No.
So it's just like a public school and you just...
Oh, well, I'm in the area, so I could
go
there still, but the Kappa program...
Okay.
For music, it wasn't that hard to get into.
Yeah, right. Says the man who got 100% on his math exam.
That's not music.
I know, but still. It might have been hard for a dumbass like me. You only knew how to play Metallica when I was your age. Maybe a bit of Megadeth too. Oh, that's cool. It's good to hear that they're putting the funds into it.
Well, yeah, they built a $3 million building.
Okay, Max Powers has been a smart ass. Luke, describe how you would test an output transformer is serviceable and what calculation you can do to work out dissipation of the output valve. You might know that by the week after we do the Vox. I'll run him through that. Brad, how was your trip down the coast? Yeah, it was great, man. Didn't take any work, just hung out and spent time with the family. Yeah, mate, how are you? Just got a custom tunes.
I thought this one's missing. I thought these. I think you're going to have to bring your guitar in, sing it over it. Yeah. You want to swing the line and not race. It's like this. These guitars actually have internal bracings to do with the expression sleeping in them. Yeah. How much do they about 10 months, something like that. 20 to 30 bucks a set. And recently costs us absolutely not. And I thought the value. Just consider it is an all when I play yeah, my dad's a ranting with me, so he does all our from the cars up across. I was watching it there, yeah. I've got the AWA there, and all that one too. SD's not. Yeah, a mate of mine was 3D printing. Yeah. So that's basically going back over great. Well, we had trouble. I did an antenna analyzer for the radio part, and we were having failures, and I was having trouble sorting it. Well, that's spent big money for that. At least lead-free solder. This is the stuff we use. It's about 100 and that's got a little bit. Right. Yeah, so the Loctite stuff. Yeah, you're right. It's going to be about 130. And see all these benefits. I built all the pre-amp. Not pre-amp, payments. 5 years ago when Tektronix was trying, we got one of them. I did from an old stereo playing afterwards, we restored all the units.
I'll be damned. What an interesting fella. Not often you have that kind of conversation with customers. He had no idea what strings he needed, but he knows exactly what chits he needs for his Apple One restoration. So, you know, Apple, the first computer they ever made, the Apple One. Now they're collector's items. So he's got one and he's trying to restore it because they had a fully original one that sold at Sotheby's for £900,000. But they only made 50 of them, and it was all original. And apparently he's got one, he's trying to restore it with the original parts because the Apple fanboys are just like the stupid guitar vintage amp fanboys where they want everything original but somehow want it all to work still. Talking about baking ceramic capacitors to get them to work again. Luke's on school break, no tests. Most US areas get 2 to 3 months off during summer. Jesus.
What?
That's ridiculous. 3 months, you'd forget what you're even trying to learn. Someone just had Josh just had a peanut butter and jelly or a soggy ham sandwich. Ew. Yeah, when you went to school and your mum made you a sandwich and it had something on it, like you had to make them just using like dry ingredients. Like you could have ham and cheese maybe, but if you put tomato on there, it'd just be much.
Yeah.
Or lettuce. God forbid they put lettuce on there.
Oh yeah, lettuce. Yeah.
It'd end up just a mushy, smushy thing. Arts and music were gutted in the USA schools back in the 1980s when Reagan cut funding. My whole high school guitar teacher was gone at the end of the year, so he just gave me his keys and drank all day. Fair enough. Yeah, Reagan has a lot to answer for, that piece of shit. For 3 months. That's ridiculous. 3 months holidays. Food fights in school with Craig corn? Was Craig corn? I don't know what that means. Ice cream slinging in the air outside the school is out of control. We used to have fruit fights on the oval. You'd form like a battalion at either end of the oval, and you'd launch apples and stuff at each other. One of our mates was like a mad. He played baseball, so he's a mad pitcher. He had the arm from hell, and we'd just give him the fruit because he had such a massive range. And like 100 200 meters away or something, just launching this fruit and just hit some kid in the head. Knocks him out. What's going on with gas and oil supply down there? At the moment, not a hell of a lot. We had some people freaking out and hoarding stuff, so there was a premature shortage, which actually wasn't a shortage. We're only starting to see the last ships that have left before this issue in, I think they said, start of May. So we probably won't see any actual shortages until maybe June, July, unless it get, well, even if it does get resolved. Anyone else getting a little noise in the audio? Yeah, that'd be Luke's mic picking up the fan, but that's cool. We've got noise suppression on it. It's like a noise gate. Yeah, when we talk, the noise gate opens, and then you hear the fume extraction fan. But you guys will survive. It's okay. Still understand me. I'd rather that than having choking on flux fumes. I can turn the noise reduction off if you want. You can just hear the whirring from the fan constantly. Let's try that. We'll have a vote. Noise suppression off or noise suppression on. Won't take summer off. Too many goddamn spiny chairs staring into a computer screen. We have a diesel shortage. Diesel's gone up. There was a bit of a shortage of diesel in like rural areas. I think partially because a lot of the agricultural consumers like freaked out and bought and stockpiled a bit more just to try and shore up their supplies. But I haven't seen any petrol stations in the last couple of weeks without fuel. It also happened right before the Easter break too, which made it, you know, a lot of people travelling. But yeah, it's not going to get better anytime soon, unless, you know. You just need your lead former there, bro. What is that? Oh, here. Yeah. That one? Yep. There's a lot of people with EVs. I'm noticing a lot of my customers are coming in with new EVs. Probably just get rid of the van and just ride the bike every day, but need to cart stuff around from time to time, which makes it tricky. Michelle's car, someone just ran into the side of her the other week. So she's had a rental car ever since. A Mitsubishi something or other. But we didn't hear anything back from the insurance assessor. But then they just randomly told us, yeah, your guitar's getting repaired. Your car's getting repaired. So yeah, I guess they approved the claim and we're going to get the Subi back. Subi's pretty fuel efficient, and it's manual, which I like. You can't get manual cars anywhere anymore. What's Luke listening to? Same thing I'm listening to. Pious. It's okay. I've already explained the genesis of Queens of the Stone Age. Pious. Yet to introduce him to desert sessions, but one thing at a time, champions. This hip new band, Pink Floyd, yeah. If beer was cheap here, the government might have to tax the coal and gas giants. I attributed the static to the weather. Maybe it's not just me. No, it's just the audio thing. It was Not here, AI is for tards. Yeah. It sounds like a snare because it's the white noise from his fan getting modulated by the noise gate. AI is causing mass chaos in US business and education. Yes, it is. It's gonna pop soon, champions. Matt Johnson says whenever they brought dogs to his school, they weren't robots, they were sniffing for drugs. Luke, what is a PH3 and where do you use it? I don't know what that means. Do you know what he means? PH3. I don't know what he means. No, he's got no scratches on the watch yet. He's got scratches on his other watch. Did you put the scratches on your other watch?
Sorry?
Did you put the scratches on your other watch?
I didn't mean to.
No, you did. Yeah, it was you. Luke's a good kid. Yeah, he is. Let's see if he can put up with doing another 100 boards. I got to give him a break off the boards because I'd hate to just have one job and only one job for ages and ages if I was in his shoes. So I don't want him to burn out before he even starts. But he's going to be good at soldering, whether he likes it or not. Give him a little lead spacer. This little bugger. R3. I removed R3 because that's now on the input jack. So I don't need it there anymore. I rented a Tesla for a road trip and won't do it again. My old Blazer suffered a major mechanical failure in Easter. Blown intake manifold gasket, leaking coolant. Hope it's not the head gasket. It's always the head gasket. Sorry. I was just changing the wheel bearings on the Aprilia the other day and that turned into a massive shit fight too. The bloke I got to change the tyres was supposed to change the bearings, but he didn't. So he said, "Oh, here you go, just take a set of bearings with you and change them, and it's easy as." Yeah, no worries. But then it was the wrong size seals, so I heated up the rim and put the bearings in the freezer to help drop them in, and that worked alright after drifting them in with a brass drift. Then I went and put the seal on, and it's the wrong diameter. So I had to go and. Turns out there's a bearing place literally next block over. I had no idea because the place I used to use in Penrith, SKB, has moved, and the other place, CBC. Not CBT, that's something different. CBC either moved or shut down. But yeah, there's a place around the corner and two 47mm seals, grand total of $6.30. It's like it's worth less than the effort to print out the invoice. Felt like giving him a tip. There, good to know I can get bearings just around the corner. I can go for a walk at lunch and get any bearings or belts or anything I need. Tiny little place, probably smaller than my shop. Just racks and racks of stuff. Yeah, so just back to that dude who walked in before, he said, "Oh, I noticed you're building something there." I could see he wanted to talk about electronics, and it turns out he's a ham radio operator and he builds radio stuff. And he, guessing he was like in his 70s, and he said, "Yeah, where do you get your PCBs from?" I said, "Yeah, JBC." He goes, "Yeah, so do I." I'm like, "Yeah, that's awesome." He just walked in here to get a set of guitar strings, and before he knows about what he's talking about, we use the same PCB supplier. Crazy. 470 ohm. It's cool to know there's just random dudes around building shit for fun. We certainly don't do it for profit, do we? Resistors. Right, that's capacitors. Can't believe with how many caps I've got in stock, but I still need to order some for almost every friggin' job that comes in. There's too many different types of things. That's what I'm looking for. TK, thanks mate. You don't have to give me $5 to answer the question. You even included some sense resistors for the Blues Junior board. Oh yeah, of course I do mate. For you, anything TK. Thanks for that order by the way. Legend. Does anyone want some 5-watt 1K resistors? Because I have ordered them by accident. And now I've got what? 200 of them I'm probably never going to use. Would you guys be interested? I know there's a lot of US people on here who I don't ship to at the moment, but would you guys be interested if I started a surplus? Is my camera glitching out? Why is my camera glitching out? Why is it pausing? Jumping. Started doing shit. Can you still hear me alright? Yeah, I was thinking about starting a surplus tab on my website so you can buy stuff that I ordered by mistake. Whoopsie daisy. 470 ohm resistors. I bought about 100 of them. Now I can't find them. Where are they, Luke? Where are they? You're hiding them. That's what Dad used to do whenever I share a workshop with him, particularly his workshop. He just, every time he can't find something, it's because I'll put it somewhere on him. And Brad's moved it. Yeah, that's weird. 470 ohm. How can I just walk away? If I was a 470 ohm resistor, where would I be? Audio's good. Video's come back now, I think. I don't know what that was about. It's probably... You'd rather have noise suppression? Okay. PH3, PH3 is a Philips number 3. That's one of these. PH3. Because a lot of people it's a running joke on my channel. I know it's not very funny, but a lot of people will use a Philips 2 because that's what the usual driver on a drill is, screwdriver. That's the number 2 Philips. But when you got a number 3 Philips, which is on the bottom of all Marshall amps to attach the chassis, they use a Philips 2 and it just rips the guts out of the screw. So no one actually uses the right screwdriver. So we always get on their case. Make sure you use a Philips 3. So yeah, pretty lame. See ya, Andy. Take it easy, mate. We'll finish streaming at 12 o'clock, just before lunch. Just thought we'd do a quick one to try and get back into the vibe. It's really weird. All of these ones are, they're the 2.2s, aren't they? Yeah. I remember him coming in. Here or something, screwdriver. Oh, that's the other thing I was going to do. Put up for sale the old Panny Boy, the previous overhead cam. That's the Chucha. How do you turn it on? I've forgotten. The battery's dead. I'll probably put that up for sale since I don't use it for anything anymore. I need to get rid of some clutter, champions. Yep, got them. Found them in a random box. I need more parts drawers, but they take up so much room. Gelato. How you going, legend? People building high quality amps mostly go to the same manufacturers for PCBs. Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 big ones. There's the 2 biggest ones is JLC PCB and PCB Way. I preferred the finish on JLC PCBs. The PCB Way ones had like a shiny glossy finish to the solder mask, which I didn't like. So I went with, and they seemed to do it a bit quicker. JLC I went with. They were, I think, a bit cheaper too, but they seem to be higher quality. Alright, after all that, there's the resistors. Using Phillips on the posi driver JIS screws is a recipe for disaster too, yeah. Fucked up a Yokogawa flow meter that way, 17 grand. Oof! Did you keep that job? G'day Mark, how you going, legend? Vote against noise suppression. Feels more like being there. You can even smell it. You can smell the burning flux. Alright, so let's start a vote on noise suppression on or off now that my viewer count's gone down because I'm very boring. Start a poll. Noise suppression? Suppression? Yes? No? Cucumber. There we go. So the options for noise suppression. I've got a noise gate. I don't know if you picked up what we were talking about.
Yeah.
I've got a noise gate on there, but it sounds weird with the fan running.
Yeah.
So I just put a vote up, and the options are noise suppression, yes, no, and cucumber.
Okay.
And at the moment, no is winning. And cucumbers at 17%. You gotta throw a wild card in there, you know. The stream's frozen. Hello? Stream just froze there for a bit. Not sure what that was all about, but I'm showing no drop frames here, so it must be YouTube's fault. Rightio, lead spacer. Alright, end poll. Puke till you puke. I don't like cucumbers, and when I told Michelle that I don't like cucumbers, what did she do? She went and put it in everything all the time. So she finds ways to slip it into everything now. And that's my wife. So yeah, I'll have a lot of 1K 5-watt resistors that I might put up on a surplus page because I didn't mean to order that many. Might do them in bags of 10 or something, I don't know. Now, I hear a lot of people get like indigestion from cucumbers. I don't know how. It's just like eating water. You know what it's like? It's like watermelon skin. You know when you eat a bit of watermelon, you go a bit too hard at the skin and it tastes like grass?
Is that what you think cucumbers taste like?
Yeah. Don't you?
I don't know. I hate cucumbers in Asian food.
Really?
If it's mixed with like soy sauce or something, especially.
Yeah, right.
Because
I think Asian food's like the only place that they shine.
I like them in everything but Asian food.
It's but there's different types too. There's Lebanese and there's the Asian style, which are a bit less fleshy.
Yeah.
I'm just not a fan. It's like eating watermelon skin. It's like eating the watermelon, the entire watermelon, skin and all. She finds out. Oh, did I say that? Didn't mean that. TK has dibs. Alright, 470 ohm. We'll lift these off the board a bit. You know the drill, champions. You know this amplifier and its issues. We've done a million videos on this model and similar ones. It's probably getting sick of me talking about them. Trick with the noise suppression though is I often get a copyright strike from the background music. Not a strike, a copyright claim. That's different. Just found out a Little River band was from Australia. Yeah. I was talking on Livestream. One of the James Bonds was even an Australian actor. It's a funny story. I didn't know this, but George Lazenby. He wanted to make it in Hollywood, so he just wanted to make it. I think just in general as an actor. So I think he turned up to New York, and he just went to the same places all the actors went and got a haircut, went and got a new suit, bumped into someone, and then just bullshitted his way into becoming the next James Bond. So yeah, I'm a movie star in Australia. There's like, I'm in fucking every second movie in Australia. Yeah, it's massive. Yeah, and they didn't bother researching shit. They just, you got the look, you got the part. There you go, have at it. And he did one James Bond movie, and then that was the last he did. And he's still kicking. I think he still lives in his birth town of Goulburn here in New South Wales, and only about 2 hours from the shop. Brad, your language is tuned down when Luke is with you. I don't know. Is it? It wasn't yesterday, was it? My wife had to ask what I was watching because you weren't cursing. I've been trying to pull it in a little bit in general, Richard. It's mainly when I got the shits that I swear a lot, angry at things. Which is kind of all the time in this day and age, but, you know, let's try and have a bit of positivity in the world, eh? I am really concerned about the next couple of months, what's going to happen to
global trade and just the economy in general, because we never win. It's the rich people always win, we never win, we always get screwed, we always get the prices tuned up and they never tune them back down again. Once, you know, like, did prices come back down after COVID? Not really, did they? They jacked everything up and it's just stayed there. Why would they jack the prices back down when it's basically price fixing then, but it's legal now? Price fixing and insider trading is now legal, but only if you're a rich or a mega corporation, then it's fine. If you're an individual, it's still illegal. A lot of cracked solder joints here, which I'm surprised didn't give any issues. When they wave solder, it's like the profile, it just is too quick. The solder doesn't have time to grab on. So you end up with really thin fillets of solder on there that just get a little crack, circular crack around the lead, and then the lead starts to wiggle back and forth with vibration. Ampeg's really bad for that too. And that's what gives circuit boards a bad reputation, when circuit boards can be perfectly, like, can be the best way to manufacture something if it's a good quality board and it's well constructed. Most consistent, quickest, and most reliable. Problem is, people cutting corners and making incredibly cheap, shitty circuit boards has given all circuit boards a bad name. Oh yeah, the rent for the shop just went up 25% too, so that's cool. With the new lease, the real estate agent talked the owner into jacking it up so they get a better commission. They said that meets the market rate in the area, and I had a look around, and no, it doesn't actually. Around here, we're paying, looking at the properties in the immediate vicinity, it's going for 200 Australian dollars excluding GST per square metre, and they're trying to charge me around 250. But you don't have any negotiation power anymore, because they just go, oh, I'll move out then. And that's how powerless we are, and that's how close we are to the edge of someone just deciding they don't want your shop there anymore. They just jack up the rent and you're fucked. It's already hard enough to make a living here how it is, and now they've just made it 25% harder. Thanks, fucking leeches. How was my language then, Richard? Move? Where to? I've got probably 3 months worth of work that I'm behind on. If I move, then I've got another month added to that. It takes you a month to move shops, full-time work, and then dealing with people not knowing where you are, and they know that. That's why they know they can just do what they want. The landlord was pretty fair about it, but it's the real estate just trying to jack it up. They're trying to convince the landlord to charge more, and the landlord's like, I don't want to charge what they wanted to charge you. I'm sort of meeting them halfway, and say, well, thank you, but you know, you can tell them to get fucked if you want. Like, they're not the ones who decide the finished price. That's another reason I haven't had time to do videos, because you've got to try and work harder, 25% harder now, and I'm already working 15 hours a day, so what, I've got to work 18 hours a day? Does it work like that, or do I charge 25% more for everything? Probably that one. People whinge about the price and think I'm being greedy. No, I'm not the greedy one. They wonder why there's no small business anymore. Real estate. Real estate, real estate, real estate. It's all their fault. Speculative investment. Just a lot of really thin solder joints on this. Normally they're not that bad. As soon as I apply any heat, the hole opens up. And there's like another same amount of solder once again. Also the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Yeah, I just don't know what the end game is. Once everyone's on the street, what do they think we're going to do? Just be cool with it? Like, we're going to go after them. And they think they can go to their little private islands and just be safe from it all. I don't think so. They need workers too. Brad's back. Yeah, ranting. Alright, should be able to get this one back together, give her a test, get it off the bench, have it running in the background while I work on the next one. And after hours, I'm going to try and force myself to do some footage after hours today. I have some videos to edit for you guys. I feel like you've been very patient and very loyal and hung around for me to get my groove back, so I owe it to you to put extra effort in to make sure that happens. This is your last day for the week, eh?
Yeah.
Yep. How often do you get guitar lessons?
Every Tuesday.
Tuesday, just once a week?
Yeah.
They started putting me on 2 days a week for a while, and I think they could see that I was starting to get the shits with it. I just wanted to sit home and watch Ren and Stimpy on a Saturday morning. I showed Luke some Ren and Stimpy. He's like, what? I'm like, I know, dude. I'm still wondering what. It's been like 30 something years. Everywhere I look. Ow. Yeah. Shazzy pinch me. Love your content, take your time. Thank you, Josh. I think I could always do better though. I think my content's a little bit lackluster at the moment. But hopefully I'll Stimpy, you idiot. Brad, just teach a kid how to play goody guitars. How much spare time do you think I have? Ethos AB763. He says, hello, Luke.
Hello.
He said hello, Brad, too. But Pinky in the Brain, yeah. That was pretty good. What was that? Was that Warner Brothers? Pinky in the Brain? What are we going to do tonight, Brain? Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world. I gotta grab a few caps. So I replaced some. I'll remove that ground. This one in the middle. Why is it going glitchy again? Come on, man. Phone's ringing? Just one sec, legends.
Hello, Brad speaking. Yes. Oh, yeah?
Really? So they've got a very easy life. Yep. Yeah, the problem is I'm just way behind now. Yep. Okay. Alright, well check it out. It might be over there. Yeah. Yeah, no worries. Yep. Yeah, all good. If I get to it sooner, I'll let you know, but yeah, I'll get you details when you drop it off. No dramas? I'm not sure who that is these days, but yeah, they're probably not there. Yeah, there you go. No worries, mate. All good. See you on the back. Wait. All right. Log. Oh, the big Les show. I was talking to Michelle about that last night. Have you heard about the big Les show? You have? Have you watched it?
No.
No. Did I tell you about it?
No.
Someone else told you?
I think I've seen it.
Yeah, right. I wish he was still doing stuff, but I think he's just living on the royalties from it now. What the fuck?
Is that the one with like the Bigfoot and
Yeah. Sassy.
oh yeah.
Fuck you. What are you talking about? And Donnie. And the Spudhead guy, what's his name? Clarence? Oh, fuck's sake, Clarence. Clarence, get out of the bloody way.
Yeah, I've never watched it, but
Oh, I love that. You need a bit of comedic relief from time to time, champions. 1000 microfarad 35 volt Nishikon is about half the size of the ICs. Scotty, how you going? How you going, mate? That's the happy helmet. Yeah, man, they were trippers, eh? I swear they were on acid on every episode when they wrote it. Jay McGraw, just like to see you succeed, Brad. Don't worry about YouTube content, maybe a live or two. Yeah, I've got to try and get back into exercise and stuff as well too, and just for mental health more than anything, like mountain bike riding. I'm going to start riding here at least 2 days a week before the weather gets so cold that in winter, because you're coming downhill the whole time, your face is frozen by the time you get to the bottom of the hill. Maybe I need to wear one of those full helmets like the downhill riding kids wear. Look like an idiot. Luke's in the market for a new bike, ain't you, mate?
yeah,
Looking at you were looking at another Trek,
maybe.
maybe? They're all pretty much the same these days, eh? Maybe not a Giant, they're a bit shitty. But yeah, if you're paying big dollars for any bike, they're probably all made in the same factory anyway. You getting an e-bike?
No.
Good man. I'll be one of those nerds. Look at me, I'm riding up a hill. No, you're not. Your bike is, you're just sitting on it. Pissed me off when I was riding up a big hill and I'm like dying. This guy's just like, some fat prick on a friggin' e-bike rides straight past me. Acting all smug. I'm gonna start getting more public transport too. I might just get rid of the van just because I don't like, I don't know, paying insurance and rego and fuel and servicing, and get rid of it before there is no market for fuel cars because there's no petrol left. It's probably a good idea, isn't it? He shrugged, he doesn't know. Big Les. Yeah, he literally drew it in MS Paint for the first season. He drew it on his laptop. He had one of those little E laptop, or like the the kids' laptops that were like really shitty, underpowered in like the, I don't know, mid 2020s, and they started giving kids laptops for school, and they of course gave them the most shitty underpowered one they possibly could, and he was using that to draw the individual cells in friggin' MS Paint. And then him and his mate, when they got to the point where one of them had a license, they couldn't record the voiceovers at his house because they kept getting like the cops called on him and shit because he's like screaming. And they realised that they'd have to go out to like the local sports oval and just do the recording in the car, because otherwise even the people walking their dogs would freak out because they're screaming at each other doing the voiceovers for the episodes. It's funny as he did a video after he'd finished the latest season about the making of it, and he had lots of like behind the scenes footage. It was awesome, you should watch it. That's Big Les show. I need to steal a capacitor. What's for lunch today, Luke?
Egg sandwich.
A what?
Egg and bacon sandwich.
Egg and bacon. Nice.
I made two at breakfast. And
Sweet. I got more brisket. I'm gonna stink the shop out again. 4.7. Oh, he's none left. Damn. It's alright, cross this with blood. I found some. Stinky weasel teats. I can't remember, I remember all that terminology. That's crazy. It's amazing how stuff just embeds in your brain. Hey Dad, how you going? Just had another heart attack. Are you serious, Scotty? Can't even think of an egg and bacon sandwich. But you can think of one, but you can't eat one. I don't think thinking of one will make you have another heart attack. Did you really have a heart attack, Scotty? It's not something you joke about, I guess. So I'm assuming you did. That's bad. Was that like, did you need like a stent or something? Or what's the long-term solution there, brother? Can't get out of life that easy, mate. Serious, last Saturday, it felt like Bruce Lee kicked me in the chest. Jesus. Take care of yourself, man. That's scary. That's why I'm trying to, not stress too much about work and stuff, but it's hard because I'm 42 now. Probably not the healthiest bloke going around, but I do exercise and stuff. I do eat reasonably healthily. I don't know that brisket's necessarily healthy though, but it's not like I eat it every day. Have an MRI. Okay, the thing was a blood clot. Jesus, that's scary. MRI scheduled. Your first acid trip was watching Aussie with Randy. I thought you were going to say your first acid trip was watching Ren and Stimpy. That's what it feels like. 10 minutes left, champions. Or 9 minutes. Then I'll love yous and leave yous. Eat more cucumber. Yeah, probably should. Is that Michelle's alternate account? You can never have too much brisket. I think you can actually. Especially when it's the high marble score. Do you know what marble score is?
Like, how much marbling is it?
Yeah.
The fat?
Yeah, it's fat.
Yeah.
Fat within the tissue.
Yeah.
So it's not like the fat on the outside, it's like in between the meat
it's like,
grains.
Yeah.
That's what makes it awesome for barbecue. Probably should have kept some of that brisket for the hibachi. That's alright, plenty more where that came from. Thanks to my local butchery, Scotty and the lads, Scotty and Matty. Just eating red meat while we can still get it. Ah, he just got here. Well, that's alright. That's alright, Mark fixes hi-fi. Oh, hiccups.
You've always got the hiccups.
Hiccups right at the end of the stream. It's alright, they come and go pretty quick. Rightio, C1. Let's go for a 2.2 microfarad. We could go 4.7, but with the 10-inch drivers, we'll go to 2.2. Alright, 2.2. Let's go with the radial. Should be right. Like and subscribe. Thank you, Sean, for reminding everyone. Alright, I think we're ready to clean the bottom of this board, get it back in, and then start work on the valve board, which will only be about 20 minutes, half an hour. And then you can see there's some pretty questionably mounted screen grid resistors. I get mounting them on that side of the board for heat, but now you've got no mechanical support on those pads, so those resistors can just vibrate that pad into oblivion down there. You kind of need it installed from the other side just so you've got mechanical lock and anchoring to the board. Could fold it over on the other side, but I'm still not happy with doing that. Look, they don't generate a hell of a lot of heat, and could upgrade them to 1K since I've got a billion 1K resistors floating around, but I'm going to take that board out and just check the whole thing. All those solder joints look a bit sus, like they've been reflowed with crusty flux and stuff. Big balls of solder, I don't know what's under them, so kind of want to get in there and scrutinise it. There's some trace repair happening there. These early boards have very thin traces, very easy to damage. Hence people hating PCBs. So there you go. Yeah, that's weird, Scotty. Well, keep an eye on it, brother, and take care of yourself, eh? Richard, what have I learned tonight? Australian schools seem pretty cool. You reckon Australian schools are cool?
Yeah.
Have you got any exchange students there yet? No. We used to get quite a few from Japan,
Oh yeah.
and a few of them ended up staying. Some of them still live over here. But yeah, Australian schools are cool comparatively. I think almost anything's cool except for American schools. So maybe let your congressperson know that every day. Ring them 5 times a day. Fuck them. That's their job. You know, if you want actual change to happen in the US, you need to annoy your Congress people as much as all the oil and gas lobbyists and stuff do. All the lobbyists bully the fuck out of them every day, which is why they make decisions that don't seem to make sense, because it's nothing that the constituency want, and that's because they're getting bullied 24/7 by these people that have vested interests. So if you bully them just as hard, maybe you'll give them a heart attack. And it won't be Scotty, it'll be your local congressperson that's having a heart attack. So maybe do that, champions, and you may see some positive moves. Go to the town halls and bully the living shit out of them. Scream at them. Because they don't do what you guys want otherwise, it seems. You know what, I might remove that board, because I kind of want to get the whole thing lifted up, because this chassis is really dirty, so I might remove the valve board before I put that other board back in. The wiring's all been messed up and jumbled up by previous techs, so I want to undo some of these. See, it's all twisted, everything's messed up. I want to undo these connectors and arrange the wires a bit better in a logical fashion. But yeah, majority of the work done to the main board there. I've cleaned the cabinet and stuff. Gonna redo the speaker wiring next. It's true, a fair slice of American schools only function to pay teachers. Education is barely an afterthought. I think they don't even function like that from what I gather, Sean. They function as basically child mining centres. And God forbid you actually learn any history or anything. I'm sure there are some really good teachers out there, but man, they've got an uphill battle, eh? Now we're talking about diabetes. Who's got diabetes? Oh, Scotty has. What amp is this? This is a Fender Blues DeVille. Tweed version, not that that matters. TK. What are you working on, TK? It's almost time to go, but what are you working on? Just let's leave it on a positive note. Just had a mate and come in the other day, and the whole neck's departing from the body. I don't think the customer knew that when they dropped it off. Just give you a quick look. The EM325C. Let's get a little block under it. Let's get so you can see the neck join. See if any boy will focus. Yeah, look at that. As I move the neck back and forth, she's opening and closing, so there's room in that heel there. And now if I grab that heel and push in like that, just look at the string spacing, not touching anywhere else on the body. Penny boy, penny boy. So this is just me pushing on the heel. You can see the strings going up and down. So she's got some issues. Not often I've seen a heel depart on these ones. Normally it's the bridge that flies off. That's doable. It's just going to cost a lot more than they expect, I think, because they thought they were just in for a restring setup and service, but that's not going to get better by itself anytime soon. So with the market price of those things, you probably won't go ahead, probably throw it out. What year is that? 325, if the QC sticker says it. I'm not sure they do say it. You'd have to go off the serial number, I think. There's another sticker on the heel sometimes, but there's nothing there present. Oh, there we go. Neck batch 7667. Serial number 86880500. Yeah, there's nothing about year on there. It's a AP5 though, so it can't be too old. Probably a 2000 somethings. Hey Brady, hope you were keeping well. Have you worked on any Marshall 6100 LM heads? Do you know what common issues are to look for when buying 6100 LM? Is that the limited edition blue thing with the MIDI switching? 30th anniversary, 3-channel. I have not had one of them in, but my lusted after amplifier when I was, I don't know, Fluke's age, was one of them in blue Tolex, because there was a review on one in one of the guitar mags, and I thought, oh, look at all these features. I'm not sure. I've never even had one on the bench, but yeah, it's got MIDI switching, I believe. Yeah, over there. And it's like one of the most complex amps that I think Marshall built at the time. So it's probably just got all the same issues as usual. I think that was, when was it? That would have been like the JCM 900 era. So just before the 2000s came out, if I'm not mistaken. I've not heard anything about systemic issues with the board or anything on them, like the conductivity of the JCM 2000s, but I think they've got the same bias supply and stuff, the issues in the 900s, but none of that's not, all of that's solvable. But yeah, off the top of my head I couldn't tell you exactly what the issues are with that one. The blue ones are the LE with brass chassis. Wow. Probably very rare. I assume they cost a lot. Anyway, legends, 12:03, so I'm going to piss off and get to work. And thanks for joining us. I know I say it every episode, but I'll have some new content for you soon. One of these days. Signing off.